Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a filing so exciting it'll make you want to nominate yourself for director. Or maybe just take a nap, just kidding. Actually not really. We are going to break down an 8K filing from Mind Technology. This filing is about deadlines to get your voice heard. So buckle up because we're about to decode when you need to speak up if you want to influence this company. Before we get started, if you appreciate getting the inside scoop on corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below where you can chat all things business. First, this report is dated May 16, 2025. That's the date the event they're talking about happened. In this case, it's about setting the date and rules for their annual meeting. Think of it like setting the rules for a school election, but with potentially a lot more money involved. Now let's get to the important stuff. Item 508 tells us this filing is all about shareholder director nominations. This means it's outlining the process for shareholders. That's you and me if we own stock to nominate people to be on the company's board of directors. The board is like the company's governing body making big decisions. On May 16, 2025, the company decided they will hold their annual meeting on July 17, 2025. It's going to be a virtual meeting, which is now pretty common. If you own stock on May 19, 2025, you will be getting notified. The meeting is where they talk about how the company is doing and decide things like who gets to be on the board. Because the annual meeting is more than 30 days different from when it was held last year, the company needs to remind everyone about the deadlines for getting proposals and nominations in. Think of it like a public service announcement to make sure everyone knows the rules of the game. If you want to suggest something to be voted on at the meeting and included in the official proxy materials, which is like the information packet shareholders get, you have to follow Rule 14A8 of the Securities Exchange Act. This is the SEC's, the government's rule book for these things. To get your proposal considered, you need to send a written notice to the Corporate Secretary of Mind Technology by May 26, 2025. This is a hard deadline. If you miss it, your proposal won't be included in the proxy materials. Your proposal has to meet all the rules set by the SEC and a company's own bylaws. The SEC makes sure everything is fair and above board, and the bylaws are the company's own specific rules. If you want to nominate someone to be on the board of directors outside of using the SEC's Rule 14A8, you also need to send a notice to the corporate secretary by May 26, 2025. Again, this notice needs to include all the information required in the company's bylaws. Just like with proposals, your nomination has to follow all the SEC rules and the company's bylaws. They don't want just anyone popping up and saying they should be in charge. The report is signed by Robert P. Capps, who is the President and Chief Executive Officer. So he is the one officially putting out this information. So what does this mean? Basically, if you're a shareholder in Mind Technology and you have ideas for the company or people you think should be on the board, you need to act fast. May 26, 2025 is the key date. Miss it and you'll have to wait another year to make your voice heard. Now from the outside, this filing looks like a pretty standard reminder about deadlines, but it tells us something about the company's openness to shareholder input. They're following the rules, which is good, but they're also setting a pretty tight time frame for shareholders to get their proposals and nominations in. It makes you wonder if they really want a lot of outside input or if they're just going through the motions. One potential weakness for Mind Technology, like any company reliant on shareholder votes, is the risk of activist investors. If a large shareholder or group of shareholders decides they don't like the way the company is being run, they could use this annual meeting process to try and shake things up. This could lead to board fights, strategy changes, or even a potential sale of the company. On the flip side, a strength of Mind Technology is that they seem to be organized and on top of their corporate governance. They're following the rules and giving shareholders the opportunity to participate. This can build trust and make investors feel more confident in the company's leadership. Overall, this filing is a reminder that even seemingly boring corporate documents can tell you something about a company's priorities and potential risks. It's up to investors to read between the lines and decide what it all means. Alright, that's our breakdown of Mind Technology's latest filing. What's your take on these deadlines and what they signal for the company's engagement with shareholders? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.